Okay, good morning. It's time for daily game design. I have some fun news. I'm just excited to get little updates from the group over at ADRA. So, as I think I pointed out yesterday, I got a response here, and then this response I went through it in great detail, and it did lead to a bunch of helpful changes for the rule book. Actually, let me go there now. So a few goals for today. Well, the two goals, the two things I hope to get to, are just kind of scanning through these rules. I made a bunch of adjustments. I want to just double check my thinking on some of these things. And then I really do want to get back to Sugar Shack, confirm some stuff, and think through some issues with Sugar Shack. I still, I really want to see that game move forward. But anyway, we'll see. So I had a couple of emails from people over at ADRA yesterday, and one this morning, like earlier this morning. And let me see. It's just awesome. I've never had this experience before. I mean, in general, in terms of design, in terms of game design, I mean, everything is still kind of new. But I had this thought this morning that I thought was really helpful and encouraging. Because, well, it's holiday season, right? So people there's a lot of gift buying, and I keep thinking, I need to tell people, I need to remind people that I have this Pathfinder game that they could share with a family member or whatever. And right. So yeah, so I have a bunch of product. I have the games. I have two cases here, and then I have a bunch still in the northwest. It's just at a school, I believe, right now. Just kind of sitting at a school. And I have some of my parents. I had some shipped over there, so they could help me fulfill. There's some still at being warehoused with Advent Source. So I have a whole lot. I have a lot of the game left. I think I've sold probably 300 copies so far. That's out of 1,000, so I still have a lot. And the thing is, it's not going to expire. That's what's great. It's not a hot sauce like I used to have to manage. So it's still, at some point, people might get interested. I might find ways of getting to more events and selling some more and stuff like that. So it's not over. I mean, and thankfully, it's not really costing me anything right now for storage. That would be insane, and I'd be much more motivated. That's why I had to get it out of China, because the warehousing there at the fulfillment center, that was starting to add up. My friend Jack, who published Sowers, that's what he warned me of. It's like it's a cool thing. What they do is, fulfill internationally, but if you just let that product sit there, that's going to be an issue. So anyway, what I realized this morning was that if I had not gone through that process, and it was a costly process in terms of resources, especially considering that time is a resource. If I had not gone through that whole cycle, starting 2 Januaries ago, so if I hadn't gone through that, then I would not have been prepared for the ADRA situation. And in some key ways. So for example, the fact that I myself have gone through two different um, processes to see a game from beginning to end, right? Because I've gone, I had Sowers published. Jack was very gracious. I think I also realized this: if Jack had not gone for Sowers so early, I don't think my confidence really would have carried me through to this point. I don't think so, because I mean, Jack, very cool guy. You know, I had some ideas for Christian games. There are not many Christian games out there, so the water is fairly blue at this point. The ocean is blue. What is I don't know what the actual Korean phrase, but my ex-girlfriend taught me the blue water, red water, or blue sea, red sea. So if there is blue water, it's open water, and you know there's not much competition there. If it's red, then that's where all the sharks and all the activity is, and so it's good to look for blue water. It made a lot of sense to me. So Christian games, I feel like that's blue water. There are not very many good Christian games. So I was working on those, and I connected with Jack through Facebook, pitched him a couple games, and almost right away he took one of them, was going to sign another one, but we decided to go with Sowers. We had a good experience with that. I think it's still selling, at least bit by bit for him, which is great. But anyway, so I saw the publisher route. You know, there was the pitch, there was the contract, then there was the development and working with the having like iterative cycles with artwork and the rule book and going through all that stuff. So that was great. And then, you know, the Kickstarter process, so supporting on Kickstarter and being there to answer questions and you know, checking to see how quickly things were gonna get, like we were gonna meet the funding goals, and so that energy there, and so that was really, really good. Around the same time, I was working on the Pathfinder Club game, which also taught me a lot. I've learned a lot since then, since the designing and the self-publishing. But in that case, you know, I went through a bunch of legal stuff to like make sure that that I had permission to use the name, to use Pathfinder logo. So there was the church side, there was the Paizo side, because they control the name Pathfinder. Went through a bunch of stuff with that. Learned about, you know, had this relationship with the manufacturer in China, learned that process. I should be doing that kind of stuff more often, because it's easy for me to forget processes. In fact, I basically had a mini train wreck yesterday when I thought I was fully prepared for the final online for my 2 writing classes. And then I realized I did everything. There's like lots of steps to like set all this stuff up, communicate out, do the videos, and you know, make sure everything is on time. And so I did everything, went through all these steps, except to update the actual content for the final. So what I do is I copy over, this is obviously it's a tangent here, but I copy over all of the content from course to course and then update the content. Well, I did the same thing for the final, and it comes with all these instructions and links to tutorial videos and everything. So this is a little special process, right? You can imagine. So I move all that over, update everything. You know, on Friday I did updates. Saturday night I did updates. Release stuff on Monday, early Monday morning. Release stuff early Tuesday morning. And what I realized, like when yesterday, as I knew the final was kicking off, it was a couple hours in, and I thought, wait a minute, I don't think I ever changed the prompts. Oh shoot, I kind of forgot how to change the prompts for the final. And then I had to go back in and I updated everything, and then I realized there are like about half of my students had already started the old final, the old version of the final. Now, I don't think this is not the end of the world. There are short readings to go through, and and I don't think any of them would have been aware of the old final, so they're not going to like prep ahead of time or cheat or anything. But still, they wasted their time reading stuff that they ended up not using on the final. So anyway, that was just to illustrate how important I realize how important it is to get a bunch of reps in, to revisit processes, because I forget. If I don't see something a lot, I'm definitely gonna forget some aspect of the process. Same with like game rules, right? We played Marvel United on Monday, and I forgot a bunch of stuff. In fact, I got key rules wrong. Well, anyway, so I went through the manufacturing process, and then I got everything shipped over to the big event in. This is all still related to the Pathfinder Club game. I shipped everything over to the event, the camporee, figured out how to set up a booth, sold the game, and then tried to follow up with different groups around the US and even like this guy in Poland, selling the game, getting practice with that. But the game has kind of died, and some of it is a marketing weakness on my part. Some of it is just realizing I wish I had understood some things better about the design process and exactly what non-gamers can handle, and what it takes to communicate the game through the rule book to people that don't, that have less experience. So anyway, going through both of those paths to publish, it set me up to be a more useful mentor over the summer, because I did mentor 2 guys, and of course I was a mentee. But I mean, as far as helping out in the Unpub mentorship program, those experiences helped me have some clarity on things I could communicate to these guys and stuff that we could work on together. So that was great. And also, and this is all coming back to the thought I had right before I got into the shower this morning. It was, if I had not if I had not had that expensive lesson of self-publishing the Pathfinder Club game, I would not have been prepared for this ADRA game in a lot of ways. Most importantly, realizing how crucial it is to get the rulebook right, but to make sure that the rules really can be processed by the target audience. So that includes gameplay, that includes just fundamentally like learning how to play the game, but definitely teaching the game through the rulebook. So it's really helped. It's been good to develop a stability, a real strong sense for like an intuition for having an idea of what's going to work and what's not going to work. So we're testing ideas and understanding that this is all very experimental. We need feedback. There need to be feedback loops in place, because there were not enough feedback loops. I didn't go through the cycle enough with the Pathfinder Club game. I was rushed. I'm okay with how things turned out. I understand that I did the best I could with the time I had. But now, with this ADRA game, knowing how important it is that we test the game, we spend a lot of time testing the game and testing the rules before we move forward. This is not a thing where you just want to rush it, print the game, and then hope it does well. So I'll share a little bit with what I heard from the group yesterday. well, first of all, a little email says, I expect you'll receive feedback from a couple more people who plan to play the game tomorrow. And then this was cool. This is what I woke up to. We're hoping to play with a couple of groups today, and then there are some staff who want to take sets home over the holidays to play as well. We'll encourage everyone to provide feedback, and we're going to try to remember to take photos. The fact that we don't have photos yet is because when people play, they're absorbed in the game. Good stuff. This is fun. I'm so glad you're the game guru. Well, that's incredible. It's amazing that we have this playtesting force, and we've got the survey in place, and people are going to be playing and hopefully giving feedback based on the most recent rules. And I even emailed this person and said thanks for the feedback. I've updated the rule book. But anyway, that these experiences led to these previous experiences around publishing, well, led to growth for myself and understanding the process and setting some boundaries and saying, I hear your feedback, but we need to make sure that this is happening. We need to make sure that we maintain clear purpose and direction on these specific things, right? So when I'm dialoguing with the leadership at ADRA or with the graphic designer or whatever, it's just there are certain things I know we need to stick to from experience. That's awesome. But here's the key. I made that game, connected with a childhood friend who worked at ADRA at the time. I don't know if she still works there. But then it was teaching her the game, and then her having a conversation with Sharon that led to this opportunity in the first place. So just being active, just being productive, getting things done, getting games out, just like, that those expensive lessons have actually turned into, this contract. And what looks to me like really great potential. Like, this is amazing that we're gonna be pumping out a game that people are likely to very much enjoy. It sounds like there's already a fair amount of engagement. I understand it's not going to be for everybody, and I'm totally cool with that. But it's just awesome to see, like, wow, imagine we put out a few more games and we have a system, a process in place. And because I think this is brand new for them, for ADRA, right? I don't know what the potential is for more games. I assume if this goes well, I assume more games are on the table. They're coming to a table near you from ADRA. And once we get it, once we really understand, from idea to prototyping to printing and publishing, imagine they become this little publisher that does pretty well. I think that'd be super, super cool. And that was the point. It was that we have this really useful, really helpful organization that's struggling. They got financial cut. They experienced the financial cuts from the Doge stuff. What was it? Department of Efficiency or whatever? Government efficiency. So when USAID got cut, their funding got cut. And so now we're coming up, and Sharon is coming up with alternative ways of building income. I mean, it's a nonprofit, but I mean, they've got a lot to, that needs support and that they want to pour into. So building games for them, I mean, honestly, glory to God for this working out, for this all coming together. I think it's very, very cool. So anyway, I just wanted to look through this rulebook again and talk through some of the decisions I made that hopefully lead to some clarification for people over at ADRA. So I simplified some of the language. So when I was working with Francisco a little bit yesterday, and we were talking through it was Exploding Kittens came up as an example, and I wanted to revisit that rule book. And it's partly because I recognize that the audience here is very much mass market audience. They're not going to have much awareness of game mechanics. So, for example, up here, this is a very small example, but I think it's important. ADRA HQ is a fast-paced cooperative card game for 2 to 4 players. It used to say ADRA HQ is a fast-paced cooperative real-time game. But who knows what real-time is? Right? That for us, you might understand that means there's time pressure. And even real-time might not be the perfect fit right now. I think real-time generally indicates that there's time pressure. But anyway, but that little tweak, I think dropping a more technical term will help us out. Especially since that was the first sentence of the rulebook right now. Your team must manage resources and actions to resolve global crises and events before the 5-minute timer runs out. Okay, now here's where the big changes came in. So after that one bit of feedback that there was too much setup, what I realized was that really was about event cards. I think that was the main issue. Because moving event cards down to the advanced variant, the advanced version, let me simplify setup quite a bit. But I'll go through that in a second. So 2 versions of the game, beginner and advanced. If this is your first time playing ADRA HQ, start with the beginner version. After you're familiar with the game, move on to the advanced version. Cool. So describing the components. This stuff some of this might be unnecessary, but I'm just going to leave it for now. But it looks like something that maybe matters, but I don't think it matters a whole lot. It matters that they see this is actually kind of useful thematically for ADRA to communicate what they're about. Anyway, beginner version. So place the HQ card. Place the ADRA HQ card in the center of the play area oriented north. It doesn't matter. Okay. Choose a character. Take your character's deck and place it face down in front of you. That was a little detail I kind of forgot. Was like that you should actually take the deck and put it in front of you. I forgot that detail. Note the special setup rules for 2 players, which is just that you would shuffle together 2 decks. Okay, this is still not my favorite thing. It feels a little bit wordy, like this area. So I might kind of brush it up a little bit here. So determine active challenge card pool. Maybe create active challenge card pool. For 2 and 4 players, all characters are in play, so you'll include all challenge cards in the active challenge card pool. For a 3-player game, set aside the challenge cards associated with the characters not in play, For example, if the builder character is not in play, set aside the livelihood challenge cards. Yeah. Yeah. So you will shuffle together all challenge cards. I'm going to do this right here. Shuffle together all challenge cards. This is the active challenge card pool. maybe I should say, I'm gonna drop active, because who cares? Create the challenge card pool. All characters are in play, so you will shuffle together all challenge cards. This is the... For a 3-player game, okay. For 2 and 4 players, all characters are in play, so you will shuffle together all challenge cards to create the challenge card pool. Did I say 24? For a 3-player game, set aside the challenge cards associated with the characters not in play. Yeah, shuffle the remaining challenge cards to create the challenge card pool. You know what? I think I have a much simpler way to do this. Shuffle together the challenge cards associated with the characters in play. Shuffle together the challenge cards associated with the characters in play this round. Yeah, that's much simpler. Shuffle together. Maybe. Yeah, this needs to change. Associated challenge card Like, I don't think this is necessary, probably. And challenge cards. Shuffle together the challenge cards associated with the characters in play this round. Hmm. Actually, maybe a little page break here is okay. Shuffle together the challenge cards associated with the characters. I wonder if I could get away with this. Shuffle together the challenge cards associated with the characters in play this round. This should be normal, first of all. Create the challenge card pool. How? It would be nice to combine these. Yeah, not exactly sure what to do here. I guess what I don't need... Actually, what I could do, I think what I could do here is add a column. And I could place this here. Get rid of this. Because this would be, I think I can get rid of this. So if I have a little more space, what can I do with this space? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, it might be nice to. I mean, I guess I could expand this stuff a little bit, but also maybe just leave it. Okay, create challenge card pool. Shuffle together the challenge cards associated with the characters in play this round. Oh, you know what? I should probably. Add an example. Why is that happening? What? Yeah, Google Docs has some strange behaviors. Maybe. I mean, I'm sure it can't be easy building this stuff, but it's still not clear to me why certain things happen like this. Oops. I think fixed position. Is it possible to move this? I'll be right back. How do I move this? Okay. It'd be really nice if there was. What is it? Is it? I guess there must be a way to add, like, to make this into one of those. I forget what it's called, but there's some like image editing thing. Anyway, I just have to open Canva again really quick. Am I not gonna get the Sugar Shack again? Kind of looks like it. You know, I'll do this one thing. I'm gonna change this one thing, and then, yeah. And then look at Sugar Shack. So I need to go to the challenge cards. And then I'll just add a circle to that. Red. I wonder why it's cut off weirdly like this. You see that edge? Why is it like that? You can make that red. That's as close as I can get, okay? Okay, I think that's a lot better. Okay. You go choose a character deck. Choose characters according to player count. Take your character's deck and place it in front of you Place it face down in front of you. Note this is special setup. Okay. Create the challenge card pool. Shuffle together the challenge cards associated with the characters in play this round. Oh my goodness, this is so much simpler. Choose a difficulty level and build the mission deck. Choose a difficulty level to determine the number of challenge cards in play this round. Shuffle all cards. Shuffle together the challenge cards associated with the characters in play this round. Choose a... From the mission deck, see the table below. Set the remaining challenge cards aside. Choose a difficulty level to determine the number of challenge cards in play this round. Take the appropriate number of challenge cards from the challenge card pool to form the mission deck. Set the remaining challenge cards aside. Complete setup. Divide the mission deck into 4 equal piles. Even, equal. 4 equal piles, and place the piles face down around the ADRA HQ. Okay, I think I'll put a page break in here. Okay, that's still perfect. Now I can make this a lot bigger. Yeah, this is much better. Shuffle together the challenge cards associated with the characters in play this round. Choose a difficulty level to determine the number of challenge cards in play. Maybe I should just... that. That's fine. Okay, complete setup. Set up mission piles. Divide the mission deck into 4. Face down around the ADRA HQ card. Yeah, this is so much better. Yikes. This is the HQ card. Okay. Choose a character deck. Choose characters according to player count. Take your character's deck and place it face down. Yeah. Actually, let me see here. I think I need to... if they're... perfect. What? Okay, so I do have space. I think I can... How do I add a page break here? So I can go this way. Okay. I think that, even though I thought I was in pretty good shape, yeah, this helps a lot. Place the HQ card. Choose a character deck. Choose characters according to player count. Take your character's deck and place it face down in front of you. Note the special setup rules for 2 players. Player count, character decks, special setup. Each player chooses 1 character deck. Create challenge card pool. Shuffle together the challenge cards associated with the characters in play this round. Nice. Choose difficulty level and build the mission deck. Choose a difficulty level to determine the number of challenge cards in play this round. Take the appropriate number of challenge cards from the challenge card pool to form the mission deck. See the table below. Set the remaining challenge cards aside. Set up mission deck piles. Divide the mission deck into 4 equal piles and place the piles face down around the ADRA HQ card. Nice. Each player shuffles their character deck and draws a starting hand of 4 cards. The first responder plays first. Flip the piles of mission cards face up. Important. Playing a card. Your main goal on your turn is to play cards from your hand to complete mission cards. Mission cards show a cost on them. A cost in resource symbols, challenge cards, or discarded resource cards, event cards. See advanced version for more on event cards. When you play a card from your hand with a symbol matching a symbol on the challenge card, you are paying that cost 1 or more symbols at a time. To be able to play a card from your hand to a mission card, your resource card must show at least 1 symbol matching a symbol on the mission card your team has not yet paid for. I don't like the wording here. To be able to play a card from your hand to a mission card, your resource card must show at least 1 symbol Yeah, that's not good. Matching a symbol on the mission card your team has not yet paid for. This is a hard idea, and I don't know why it's so hard. To be able to play a card from your hand to a mission card, your resource card must show at least 1 symbol Okay, I like this better. Example, it's Stacy's turn. On the previous turn, Jacoby played a card with 2 triangles. Okay, to be able to play a card from your hand to a mission card, your resource card must show at least one symbol matching an unpaid symbol on the mission card. Okay. I think this is working. Example, it's Stacey's turn. Okay. I think this is about it for me. I'm feeling a lot better about the rulebook even after spending another 45 minutes on it today. Maybe I should say divide the mission deck into 4 equal piles. Let me look for mission deck. Did I change this at all? I don't think so, right? Yeah, I don't think I did change that. On a mission pile. It is active. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. That's it for me. Thanks for hanging out. I will be continuing tomorrow. Maybe eventually I'll get to Sugar Shack. I've got a bunch of grading to get to and other good things like that. Anyway, have a great day. Be blessed. Be encouraged. I will see you soon. Bye bye for now.